Okay, this is an explanation about the exercise 6-1, which is ArrayDemo. And let's first see what the requirements are, and then we will go through the process of explaining what we have to do. So here it says write a program named ArrayDemo that stores an array of 10 integers, and it says note that the array is created for you, so that does not have to be changed, does not need to be changed. Now here we're going to create a loop that is going to be a sentinel control loop, and that sentinel control loop depends on the value of 4. 4 is going to be the sentinel value, which is going to end the loop. So the input, we have an input based on what we want to do with the array. One is to view the list in order of the array. Second, to view the list in order from the last to first position. When I say in order, it's not that we're going to sort them, but in the order that they are right now. And 3, just to choose a specific position to view. So let's go back to the program and let's see how it runs. So see, we have this: select option 1, view all the lists in order from the first to last, and all the instructions. So for example, if I type 1, I should see the whole array in order, which is started from 7, 6, 3, 2, 10, 8, 4 to 1. You can corroborate that by looking at it. Actually, it's right here. And then let's choose now option 2, which is backwards, displaying these backwards. See, from 1, 9, 5, 4, 8, 10, etc. up to 7. So now what I'm going to do is to select option 3, which will require just to enter which element we want to display. So 3, which element? Let's say 4. Now keep in mind that element 4 is starting from here: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I type 4, element 4 should be 10. Here we have element 4 is equal to 10. And now let's go into quit. So now you saw how it works. So basically you got this, the array. So now here I declare the inputs. This is basically the input that we are going to get and that we are going to compare with the sentinel value. And here I change it to an integer. We are going to actually change the input to as a value of integer. You are going to see why soon. So in this part, we just prompt the menu by using write lines, and then we get the input, which is a string, remember, using read line. Input the string. Okay, so now we are going to check, okay, while the input is not equal to 4, then what we're going to do is we're going to check case of 1. Now notice that I did this: input element 0. Remember that the string, you can consider the string kind of like an array, and the first element is 0. So if somebody types 4, then it will be that's what we are going to see. Or if somebody types 2, that's what they're going to see. The rest of the string is going to be discarded. So we have the first character, and in case that character is 1, then we are going to display, say, from 0 to the size of the array minus 1, because if the array size is 10, then it will be from 0 to 9. We are going to display the value of the array nums count. So basically it's going to display nums element 0, and then we'll go to the next loop, increment this, and it's going to be 1, and this is going to be true, and then nums element 1, and display nums element 1, and so on. Okay, remember that in using switch we have to put break, so once this is executed we get out of the switch statement. Case number 2 is the same thing. However, now this is backwards. We are using count minus minus because we are going to start with count from the last element of the array. Okay, if you take the length of the array minus 1, that's the last element of the array, and until count is equal to 0, and we display the value. Now in case number 3, we actually have to request which specific element from the array we want. So we are going to input like we did before, and we are going to convert this input into an integer. So this is why we needed an integer input, and the reason why we need an integer input is because we are going to use this as an index for the array, and the index of the array can only be an integer value. So here we put element 0, which is the first position, is going to be integer input. So if the integer input was 2, it will say, oh, element 2, and now that's going to be whatever is nums position 2, and nums position 2, as you saw previously, will be 0, 1, 2, number 3. The value of 3 is in position 2. Okay, so we have this, and then inside of the loop you have to request another input. Remember, you have to do that, otherwise the loop will be an infinite loop and will keep displaying the same values if you don't do that. Okay, so that's a short explanation about the exercise 6-1.